Well, my task now is to get the mic at the right place. This is you. 90 seconds for you.
Okay. Oh, so nervous. I'm the first. Yes. My name is Moon Jung Choi. I'm a Korean Canadian immigrant, and I have a loving family of my partner and two very energetic boys. My thesis proposal was approved, and I'm now an officially PhD candidate at Knox College in the University of Toronto. Yeah. Um, and the title of my thesis is Pedagogy of Conscientization, Empowering Agency in Korean Canadian Christian Women. Coming soon. Thank you very much.
Seconds left if you want. Yeah. My name is Beth Rubin. Like I said, I live in Belgium. I teach in Germany at the University of Bonn. I want to grasp this occasion just to invite all of you, if you ever come to Europe, why don't you pass by in Germany, in Bonn? Yes, there is a chair for religious education, yeah, Protestant and Catholic. I have a splendid colleague. He was so modest. He didn't talk about himself today. He is the new rector of the Evangelical Theological Faculty in Leuven in Belgium, Jos de Kok. So you could come to Jos de Kok and write a beautiful dissertation. Why not? And Monique van Dijk. Monique is there too. Monique in the Netherlands, the University of Tilburg, is also a professor of religious education, and she would be very eager to talk with you about future research. So if you ever come to Europe, why don't you come to us?
Hello, my name is John Falcone. I live sometimes in New York, sometimes in London. In May or April of next year, not quite sure when, myself and a couple of people in New York City are working on doing a clergy training for folks who are interested in embodied pedagogies, like theater of the oppressed or other embodied theological reflection techniques. So if you are in or around or commutable to New York and you're interested in that kind of stuff, come and find me and I'll let you know what's going on.
My name is Sarah Erickson, and I am here in my capacity as the chair of the leadership team of the Association of Leaders of Lifelong Learning for Ministry, a related learning organization. My organization, with member Helen Blyer from Pittsburgh Theological Seminary, will be launching a research project in the coming year to collect data to map the landscape of continuing education for ministry, at least in North America, if not more broadly. It has been more than 20 years since a substantive book was published on the subject, and that was a lifelong call to learn by Reber and Roberts. So if you do continuing education in your institution, if you would like to know more, we would love to talk to you.
Hi, my name is Josh Lindy Whittler, and this is a real, inchoate idea here, but I'm interested in, I know a lot of you have done a lot of curriculum development in the past, some of you might be interested in doing that, and I just would love to have a conversation with anybody who is interested in, I don't really have a good title here, but it's anything involving developing creative, liberating resources for ecumenical Christian small communities and families. It's not a good title, but we'll work on that. But just a network, a conversation, and developing some resources for small communities, families that have a progressive ecumenical bent. I'd be interested in anybody who's interested in that realm of topics. I would love to talk to you.
Hi everybody, my name is Kyle Oliver. I'm a doctoral student at Teachers College at Columbia. And Mary's promoted this a little bit in the eReach, but I just wanted to give another shout out for a free resource that I was involved in creating over the past few years. We conducted a pretty extensive qualitative survey of people involved in training ministry leaders and clergy in digital literacies relevant to ministry leadership. That project generated a list of 7 digital literacies that the people who participated in that study more or less agreed on as significant. And we've been involved with quite a few of the participants in the study and others in creating resources for teaching those literacies across the curriculum in theological education. So if you would like to, if you train ministry leaders or clergy and would like to be thinking about digital assignments for your students that can help them develop skills for leveraging technology in their ministries, I encourage you to check out digitalliteracytoolkit.org. Thanks.
I'm Lucinda Moser. I am the faculty associate in interfaith studies at Hartford Seminary, so most of my work has some interreligious aspect to it, which is not entirely unrelated to the work of the REA, so bear with me. My big research project at the moment is the Georgetown Companion to Interreligious Studies. It will involve about 50 contributors and is going to be a pretty interesting book. And simultaneous with getting that contract, my institution, Hartford Seminary, became a collaborator in the publishing of the Journal of Interreligious Studies, and I am now the book review editor. So I'm looking around the room and thinking, some of you must love to write book reviews, and if you would like to write book reviews for that journal, see me, I have a card for you.
I'm Joyce Mercer, and it's my great privilege to be the editor of the association's journal, Religious Education, which you all receive electronically and I believe by print still. We're one of the few remaining, I think, print journals out there. It's getting more and more digital. I just wanted to remind you, if you are presenting a paper at this conference and you would like to throw your paper in the hat for possible publication in the conference issue of the journal, there is a separate group that serves as the jury for those articles. And so I urge you, after you get feedback, to revise your article and then submit it by the deadlines that will be announced about that. And then I just urge others of you, if you have something that you're working on, perhaps it's not related particularly to the conference theme, but you're working on something and it's in a publishable state, please, this journal is the journal of this association, and we want to publish your work at the intersections of religion and education. So please go online, submit your material, and thank you very much.
Can I ask a round of applause for Joyce?
Yes, thank you. So my name is Steve Thomason. I'm a pastor in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. I'm a adjunct teacher at Luther Seminary, and I'm a visual artist. And I finally got my first actual book contract. So Fortress Press asked me to write a book for the Working Preacher book series, if you're familiar with workingpreacher.org, a book about using visuals in preaching. And so I thought, let's make this a community project. So I started a site called visualpreacher.com. So I invite you all to join me and help me learn about visual learning and using visuals in preaching. So thanks.
Well, thanks to all of you. You made it a very easy job for me. You made it to do it within the 90 seconds for each, so that's great. For all presenters in the lightning round, please fill out some information in the chat. And all these details you talked about will be collected by Mary and put together in a list of information which will be available afterwards for you. So thank you very much for your listening ears and minds and hearts, and hope you enjoy this day as much as this morning. Okay?